Good morning, dear students. Welcome to KLS Gokte College of Commerce, Belagavi. Myself, Professor S.B. Bendigeri, Department of Economics, taking online classes for post-semester BCom students. As per the university instructions, we are going to take online classes due to that second wave of COVID-19. I welcome you all for this online class. Before going to start, I have a request to everyone. Kindly take care of yourself and your family, and wear masks and maintain social distancing to vanish such a dangerous virus called corona, which has become the global issue now. So we all should fight for this. And now coming to the today's online class. Dear students, this is my first video for the post-semester students in connection with the title of this subject, that is International Business Economics. In this title, we have 5 important units. First one is international trade. Second topic is balance of trade and balance of payments. Third topic is foreign exchange. Fourth one is international business. Fifth and last topic is multinational corporations. In this there are various subdivisions. Out of these 5 topics, today I am going to take the last topic of the international business economics, that is multinational corporations. Before going to the discussion of the multinational corporations, let us understand what is international economics, what it contains. Students, international economics consists of many matters, issues related to international level. It is focusing on, it studies the international trade, the foreign exchange, the balance of trade and balance of payments, businesses at international level, MNCs, and whatever matters and issues related to international level. So, international economics deals with the topics in a comprehensive, in a broader sense to understand, and it covers the entire globe. So out of these 5 units, now we have a focus on the last topic of the subject, that is unit number 5, multinational corporations. In this particular topic, let us have a discussion on the introduction. Multinational corporations are worldwide in nature. The network of the multinational corporations is not narrow. It is not restricted to a particular place or region or a state or a country. It is connected the entire world. It connects the entire world, and the network of the business is broader, and it covers the each and every corners of the country, and as well as the different countries of the world. It is related to goods and services. The business network of the multinational corporations is basically mainly related to different goods and services. Goods in the sense physical goods, whatever goods we are going to produce in our country, we are going to export it, and suppose if any multinational corporations are working in our country, they are going to produce different goods with the help of the domestic resources which are available in that particular host country. And services, multinational corporations also provide the services like hotel management, technology, and IT industry, for example. Okay, various kinds of services can also provide by multinational corporations. These corporations also provide some social services. About that we shall discuss in the later part. And in the introduction, if we are having a glance on multinational corporations, it is a centrally controlled management. MNCs are always centrally controlled by a particular company, a particular owner, a particular organization, and it works in the entire world. It is like a horse riding, it is like a dictatorship, for example. These MNCs are sitting at a place in their home country, and their network of the business is always going in the entire world. They are controlling the entire business network with sitting at a place. If you are looking at a nature, size and budget of the MNC, the nature and size, the size and the nature means what is the quantity, what amount of goods and services are producing, and what amount of services are provided, and what amount of budget is there for that particular company is always depends on the nature of the business. If the businesses are very small, the size and budget will be very small. So based on that, for example, nature, size and budget, as well as the atmosphere of the host country, MNCs are differs. The businesses of the MNCs are differs, for example. Okay, and these MNCs are working, and they are having different activities. They are doing different activities in different countries based on the political atmosphere, the financial atmosphere, the climatical conditions of the host country. They focus more on these areas before going to start business in that host country. And they have to have a look on the political atmosphere, whether it is stable or not, the financial atmosphere, as well as the climatical condition, whether that condition suits to their business. So on these areas they are work more. They work more on these areas. If that areas are suits for the particular business, they are going to start different businesses in that host countries. Looking at the work, all MNCs are work oriented, not welfare oriented. They never look at welfare of the host countries. They always business oriented, means they extract work from each and every worker and each and every, for example, goods and so each and every resources which are available in that particular host country. And they never look at the welfare of the country, in the sense they never look at even the welfare of the workers. Workers are exploited. Most of the times workers are exploited by the multinational corporations. Look at the last important aspect of the introduction, that is cultural erosion. Erosion means in economic sense, if you are looking at agriculture topic, for example, erosion means the transfer of upper layer of the soil from one place to another. But here cultural erosion means what? They disturb the culture of the host countries by participating, involving in the country's political aspects, in financial aspects. They disturb the entire culture of the nation or host country, for example. So there are possibilities of disturbances in case of culture of the host countries by MNCs. This is all about the introduction part of the multinational corporations. Okay, now look at the meaning and definitions of the MNCs. This is most important for objective questions. Most of the times they asked 1 in 2 marks question. What is define MNCs, or what are multinational corporations? Okay, look at the meaning. MNCs means the multinational corporations, means the company which has its headquarters at home country and businesses in host country. Okay, multinational corporations are having their headquarters, means their activities, their what we call it as for example power room. their powerhouse, for example, at their own country, and based on that powerhouse they are having connections, they are having networks in the entire world. Okay, so they are doing businesses in different countries of the world, in host countries as well, and by sitting at place, for example, in their respective countries. So company which has its headquarters at home country and businesses in host country is called as MNC. In other words, if you are supposed to know the meaning of MNCs, that is the companies which have centralized headquarters and global management. Look at the sentence. The companies which have centralized headquarters, they are making one place as a headquarter. They are making that place, they are choosing that place as a headquarter which is connecting to all the host countries. Okay, suppose if they are going to start business in India, they are making India as a headquarter, and they are taking host countries like, for example, Bangladesh, China, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, like this. So in these countries they are going to start the business. So they are always fix one centralized headquarter, and with the help of that they are having connections in neighboring countries of the world. Okay, look at the example of MNCs. There are some international MNCs called British Petroleum, Mobil Oil, Exxon Battery, Ford Company, IBM, Mahindra and Mahindra. These are the international level MNCs. Now look at some examples of Indian MNCs. Tata Motors, Sony, Ranbaxy, Reebok and IBM are the best examples for India's MNC. They may ask in the examination for 2 marks. Mention a few examples of Indian MNCs. For that question you have to write only the MNCs which are there in India, for example. Okay, basically if you are looking at MNC's point of view, recently USA having 146 MNCs, Japan is having 121 MNCs, UK, United Kingdom having 43, in France there are 33 MNCs, in Sweden 32, in Switzerland 13 MNCs are there, in India we have 11 MNCs, and in Australia there are 10 MNCs. So these are the some data information about the total number of MNCs in different countries of the world. Okay, now looking at the main aspect of the topic, that is characteristics of MNC, most important topic for 5 marks question in the examination. Many times this question was there in the previous year question papers. You have to focus on this particular topic. If you are explaining these whatever points I have given on this slide, if you are explaining these 5 points, you will get 5 out of 5. Now look at the characteristics of MNC. Characteristics means these characters are inbuilt characters of the multinational corporations. Means basically if MNCs are there, they must have these characters. Okay, whatever MNCs of the world are there, they must have these most important for example characteristics. Look at the first one, spontaneous evolution. Spontaneous evolution means self-reliant in growth. MNCs are never depending on others. They have their own plan, their own organization, their own administration, their own plan of work, their own standard operating procedure, and they are always looking at self-reliant. Self-reliant means independent, independent, becoming independent without any support. So this is the basic character of MNC. Always they are looking at the self-reliant, means they are always focusing on how to become independent and not to become dependent on other aspects, other, for example, resources, other, for example, whatever requirements are there for development of the MNC. Okay, so always they're looking at spontaneous evolution in the sense try to become self-reliant in growth and development of the business. Oligopolistic structure. Oligopolistic structure in the sense, if you are looking at the oligopoly part, how the oligopoly is connected to that particular aspect is, in this market few firms are dominating the entire market. In oligopoly, if you are looking at oligopoly meaning, in oligopolistic market, few firms are dominating the entire market, for example, and they always, for example, produce homogeneous and differentiated products in the oligopoly market. It means what? MNCs are also looking like oligopoly market. It means all MNCs are acting like they are independent. They are enjoying the monopoly happiness in the market. Okay, they always produce differentiated means very close similar products in the market, but each product is independent than other product in the country, for example. Okay, so that is called oligopolistic structure. Means they have their own structure of business structure. They have their own business plan, and they never, for example, replicate the business of others, the structure of other MNCs. They have their own what we call it as created their own created business structure. They never make copy paste or else replicate the other structures of the business. Okay, international operation. What I said in the beginning, MNCs are always operating their business at international level, not in a particular country. Okay, once MNCs started their business, they have to have connections of different countries. Through that channel, they try to communicate different neighbor countries to expand, to increase their business activities in host countries. Look at the next one, collective transfer of resources. It means what? Whatever resources are available in a particular host country, they are going to transfer those resources which are required in neighboring countries. Okay, collectively they are going to transfer the resources which are required whenever necessary. Okay, suppose in India, if they are getting huge amount of resources, they try to transfer these resources to the neighboring countries wherever required. So collectively they transfer resources from one place to another whenever and wherever required. Look at the next one, huge turnover. Basically MNCs are always investing huge amount of money in developing countries. Their first intention is to increase the investment and to get maximum benefit from the host countries by their business. Okay, they invest more on physical, for example, as well as financial aspects. So on physical resources and financial aspects, they focus more on that. In investing on these areas, they are going to get maximum amount of profit by huge turnover. Okay, so this is about the basic characteristics of MNCs of the world. Look at the next part of the MNCs, that is growth of MNCs. Dear students, if we are looking at the report of 1945, there were only few hundreds of MNCs. Only few hundred MNCs were there in 1945. Okay, before the independence, we had only few MNCs in the country. Okay, but as per the reports of 1973, there were 9,000 MNCs were there in the country. Okay, look at the 1990 report, 30,000 MNCs were there in the country. Over 1 lakh in 2011 and 60,000 as of now. Okay, this is the brief picture of the growth of MNCs, how MNCs were grown in the country as well as in the world supposed to be. Okay, so this is all about the introduction, meaning and definitions, characteristics of MNCs as well as growth of MNCs. Okay, with this let us stop for today's discussion. the remaining part of the same topic we shall discuss in the next class. Thank you very much.